Our left patron George Soros was in Davos last week, of course. He was talking. He called the big tech companies like Google and Facebook a menace to society. He's right about that. But then he kept going. He said the current administration in Washington is not just bad for the country, it's an existential threat to civilization itself. Civilization itself. Steve Hilton hosts The Next Revolution here on Fox 9 every Sunday night. Fantastic show. He does not agree with this assessment, and he joins us tonight from California. Hey, Steve.
It's just so laughable. Look, we both agree with Soros that the tech companies are a menace to society, but he forgot to tell us that he invested in the tech companies. It is so laughable. The things he said was so offensive to me. I can get away with this because I, like George Soros, am a Hungarian. So yes. I can call him a Hungarian hypocrite, not just for the fact that he criticizes the tech companies while investing in them. He went on about gambling while back in the UK, when I got my start in politics, he made his billions gambling in the foreign exchange markets, which crashed the economy and caused untold misery for millions of people. But when it comes to this question of the open society that he argues Donald Trump is wrecking, he really should know better, because he and I share experience of that. Communism in Hungary, that's a real attack on the open society. So it's so disgusting for him to make that comparison.
Well, it is disgusting, but it's of a piece with his behavior over decades, as you just pointed out. But since you follow this guy pretty closely, and I think you're great at big picture things, we just learned that he's paying, giving campaign money to district attorney races around the country, and he's doing a lot of other things. What ties them all together? What's his vision? What does he want for America? What's the point of all this?
I think you know what I really think is the simple answer to that? I think it's guilt. I think he's guilty at the way he's made his money, gambling in the casino of the financial markets, and he's trying to atone for that. A lot of the liberal elite are exactly in that position. And again, it comes back to hypocrisy, the Hungarian hypocrite. He, like all the other liberal elite, jump up and down and go on about dark money in politics and the evil Koch brothers, and yet he's doing exactly this. But it's not just that he's supporting this particular candidate in these rather obscure races around the country. He's actually effectively covering it up. Those donations are not made public to the electorate before the election. And this is exactly the kind of corruption in politics that the rest of the time they love to condemn. I mean, they really... I took a look, by the way, Tucker. The candidate certainly didn't want to recognize the contribution of her big benefactor. She said thank you to a lot of people after her campaign. Someone called Sherry Murphy, your help was major. Her local Progress family, the YEO network, whatever that is, and even, wait for it, Tucker, your favorite publication, Teen Vogue. This candidate thanks Teen Vogue, but not George Soros, who basically handed her position on a plate.
Amazing. Everything that Soros pays for in this country makes America weaker and more divided. That seems to be a connection to me. Steve Hilton, great to see you. Steve's show, The Revolution, every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. I watch it. You should, too.